Hello.
Well, hello.
Welcome to podcast 14.
14.
Don't. I'm James.
Well, what the fuck am I supposed to say after you give the number?
I'm
am I just supposed to just ignore it?
I'm just keeping people up to date. You don't have to react to it every time.
That's like, I feel like I need to. There's like a pause in there. I'm
That's
Skyler,
fine.
by the way.
Yeah, cool.
Might as well just be like, hey guys, welcome to the podcast. It is Sunday.
Yeah.
It's the Sunday podcast.
It's always Sunday,
guys.
Except the last couple times because we fucked up.
So it's not always Sunday.
Oh, shit. You know what?
It's always Sunday in the
you-
Talking Heads podcast.
The Shedheads.
Shedheads.
Why don't
sure.
you tell people what we're going to talk about while I go grab the candle because I forgot to bring it over here.
Oh, it is over. It's just right over there.
We're
though.
starting with your rec, by the way, so you can
That means
give a little intro if you want.
Okay, so that means that means you're the one doing the most of the talking. It's really confusing the way you put it. So he's going over there getting the candle on the counter. So what the fuck are we talking about? Last week's recommendations and a small main topic. Apparently the jar is very hot. What the fuck did I even recommend you? Oh, Ween's the Mollusk, the 1997 album. I think it's probably their best, or one of their best albums, at least. I think it's got to be their, like, I want to say magnum opus, but like, I don't even know if they're like really building to it. They're just kind of doing their thing. But I do think it's their greatest work that they've put out. It's crazy. It is kind of a concept album.
Yeah, I think I picked up on that a little.
It's a little bit.
I'm back.
I'm back.
So yeah, we're gonna talk about Ween's the Mollusk. What an album!
Really? What an album? There's a lot of variety on this bitch.
There is.
I'm gonna pull it up here so I can follow along. Even though I feel like I should be able to just know it off the top of my head. It's one of those albums.
If you can imagine, I didn't do anything.
You didn't do anything.
I'll show you.
You didn't put any notes.
I made my likes, dislikes, and lukewarms, and I couldn't.
You've heard it 3 times though.
Yep.
And you couldn't even like start to
I can go track by track with you,
Okay.
but I didn't want to put anything in any of these categories.
Why?
This album
is that a conscious decision or is it just too?
I think okay. So after the first listen, I was like, I started listening, and I was like, right off the bat with the first song, I was like, I can't put that anywhere.
That's hilarious.
I'm dancing in the show tonight.
First of all,
I was just like,
first
I
of all,
can't put that anywhere.
Yeah, before we get into it though,
Mm-hmm.
Can we just talk about the album cover first?
The vagina?
It's not a vagina. Oop. It actually is kind of a vagina, but it's like an amalgamation of like
It's multiple sea creatures.
Yeah, and crustaceans and part of a cephalopod.
Yeah, I guess we can talk about it. What do you have to
like
say?
Yeah, I guess it does look like a vagina. I didn't think of it.
I figured it was supposed to, but maybe not.
I just thought it was supposed to look like some really strange monster.
I think that as well, but I don't think that imagery is unintentional.
I don't know. Here's the thing. The thing about Ween is you never should give them too much credit.
Really?
Any credit you give them is too much credit.
Really?
Pretty much.
I would totally think they would. That's the kind of thing they would do.
I mean, it wouldn't be like the imagery in, say, The Lighthouse,
mm-hmm.
or in anywhere else where they use a vagina as imagery, where it's like supposed to mean something.
No,
if they put it here and they made it look like a vagina,
it's supposed to be. Yeah, that's what I meant.
And it's a sea creature,
and
so it smells too.
That's about as far as I was going. Yeah.
And Ween is a 2-man band, and they pretty much don't. They take fuck all seriously. That's why.
Yeah. Well, clearly.
That's why their music is so strange, at the very least.
Yeah.
They range from many genres.
I learned something. I learned that Ween is responsible for the
creation of SpongeBob.
Yes, but more specifically, the shoe tying song in SpongeBob.
Did they actually like
the loop de loop and pull? That's Ween.
I mean, I think.
Did you know that?
No, I didn't. But it doesn't surprise me because the creator of SpongeBob and
he commissioned it.
Yeah, and the Ween members are good friends.
Well, Steven Hillenberg is unfortunately no longer with us.
They were good friends, but yeah. And, the Mollusk
inspired the show. Yeah, entirely.
And I mean,
I was
reading
reading about
put Ocean Man at the end of SpongeBob movie as well,
which was pretty great.
And it became a meme legend from there. But again, we'll get into it. So I guess
okay. So I felt like only a couple songs on this album could fit into the way we have been ranking albums.
Okay.
With the likes and lukewarms and dislikes.
Okay. Well, then I'm curious to how you're going to go track by track with me.
I'm just going to discuss them.
Okay. So then let's just start. I'm dancing in the show tonight.
This was immediately weird. Yes. Okay. So it was immediately
just the way you fucking
the way he sings on every song. Yeah. It was immediately. I need to get this out of the way.
I got a cute expression on my face.
I need to get this right out of the way right away. I guess I love the album.
Okay, that's great.
I do. I'm not dissing it.
I think this has to be in my top 10 favorite albums at least.
That makes sense. So it's not a diss when I say I didn't put any of them in like or dislike or anything like that.
It's just you can't because it's so strange.
It's so out there, like it's so far from any way I would rank any other album that that I feel like this isn't meant to be taken seriously. Not like it's not meant to be enjoyed.
Do you feel like it would be a disservice if you tried to categorize them?
Yeah.
That's great. That's like the best I could ask for.
If I tried to treat this like a regular album, because it's not. So, for what it is, the little intro is pretty much perfect for this album.
That's exactly what I was going to say too. I was literally going to say I think this is a perfect opener for this song. For the album.
It just sets it up like,
it's just so
you're in for some weird shit.
You're in for a treat. It's just such a weird and bouncy kind of off kilter song. With like the fucking honky tonk disjointed piano with like, and you get like the crowd singing where it's like there's like maybe kids in there. There's at least a girl.
Mm-hmm.
At least a girl in there, or
right.
like I already forget the fucking words, but like I can't help but sing to this when I hear it.
I don't know words. I didn't catch a ton of words.
Got a cute expression on my face. So
the lyrics are just as ridiculous as the song sounds.
When I'm dancing in the show tonight.
Yeah. Okay. So
there's so much going on.
That farty little tuba or whatever.
It's a tuba. Yeah. and like a whole bunch of cowbells, and then that one woodwind like recorder ass solo, not recorder, but like that one. It's a clarinet solo.
It's immediately weird, and it's perfect.
And it all
to
comes together at the end. The chorus for us, like showtime now is getting nearer, and I'm feeling scared.
Mm-hmm.
And then
I remember. I didn't catch any words, but yeah,
it's really bouncy. I'm surprised you didn't catch any words because you always listen to words.
It's a little harder to do with stuff like this, I guess.
Yeah, but I'm glad you,
because his voice is always kind of like distorted. Or maybe that's how he sings. I don't know.
I think he just sings like that. I think it's like, I guess a mix of both.
I think he's definitely, if he sings like that, he's playing into it.
Yeah, he's 100% playing into it, and I love it.
Yeah. Okay.
My shoes on straight. This is my Alphys voice. That's great. I'm glad you got lots of enjoyment out of that, and agree with me when I think it's the best opener that you can ask for this song. And then
for the album, yeah,
it goes right into the title track, "The Mollusk,"
which I think is one of my favorites.
I think it's such a great. I think it's meant to be the actual start, but it didn't like encapsulate what you were gonna feel.
Yeah.
And like, just, I don't know, that transition, it doesn't like, it doesn't bleed into it. It just feels so natural. Where it's like bum bum bum.
Yeah, okay. I was having a little trouble remembering what this one sounds like, but
the little
yeah, that I remember that like that thing going throughout.
What you got there?
No, this one.
Sir, it's a mollusk I found.
Yeah, okay. So this one's like, this sounds like it could be a normal song, but this one, it's the lyrics where
I love
you're
the
like,
lyrics.
Yeah, because I was catching the lyrics like it's like they do a little call and response. It's like, yes, I found a seashell or whatever he fucking says.
Yes, sir, I found on the ground. Does it emulate the ocean sound?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
So
Yes, I
yeah, but
found
the
it on
instrumental,
ground, emulating the ocean. Yeah.
the instrumental was a bit less out there than a lot of the other tracks, even though it did have the like thing.
Yeah, it's just
thing
kind of
going on
meant
a
to
lot.
like. It feels like
It complemented it.
It's like a 1, 2, 3, or like
Mhm.
it feels like you're kind of like bouncing along with it and it's going
Mhm.
along. I think this is one of my favorites too.
I think it's definitely
I haven't thought about it. I think I'll put this third favorite.
okay.
Actually, no, that's not my third favorite. I think it's tied with another one. Actually, I'm just gonna spoil it because it's all the way at the bottom. She Wanted to Leave, I think, is my third favorite, but we'll get there. Polka Dot Trail.
She Wanted to Leave.
Yeah,
Oh, that
the end song.
1 sec. So I only heard that song twice because I'm gonna check here. It might not have been on the. Oh, I guess I just missed it the first time.
Oh,
The
you
first
didn't
time
see
I
it?
thought Ocean Man was the last song.
No, that would have been amazing if it was though.
Okay, so yeah, I only heard that one twice. I'm not gonna be able to give you a lot of feedback on it, so that sucks.
Okay, damn. Oh yeah, we'll get there.
I thought it
there's
was a
there's
hidden
neat-
track also. 'cause
there's a
it
neat
says
thing.
hidden track.
Oh yeah, there is a hidden track.
Oh
along with
shit.
it.
Yeah. Well, shit. Sorry.
Did
I did hear it twice though.
Did you hear the hidden track?
Yeah, not much of a track, but yeah.
Okay, well, still. Okay, Polka Dot Trail. What the fuck is this song?
Polka Dot
Oh.
Tail.
Polka Dot Tail, yeah. Oh,
This
fucking. No, wait, that's Beer Johnny on the Spot. Never mind. Yeah, okay.
This
the
one was
little-
alright.
The drunken singing kind of thing.
yeah, this one was alright.
The one of many drunken singing songs on this.
I guess like yeah, if I was gonna put that one in a category, this one would be more like lukewarm, and the first two would be more like likes.
I
guess.
can understand that.
In their
'cause
own
this-
ways.
Yeah.
Like the first two would be
'Cause-
like my likes, but this one would be like a lukewarm.
Well, because
maybe
for
I'll
what-
just try and categorize them for you
for
as we
what it's-
go.
I think I understand why you couldn't really categorize it because for like what it's doing.
It's good. Yeah.
And it's really tough for you to be like,
For each
do
of
I
them,
like
that's
this?
the case.
I don't know. It's strange, you know.
For each of them, that's the case. So I can
We're gonna
I can
talk.
categorize them as we go, and I'll say I like it for what it's doing, and here's why. Or this one was just okay, and here's why.
We're gonna talk a lot more about the Mollusk than we are Get Hurt, aren't we?
I guess if you don't have much to say,
I think it'll be quick, like track by track. Yeah, Polka Dot Tail kind of just it's meant to drag along, and it's
It
got
did,
that like
yeah.
8-bit kind of synthy sound with the drunken singing.
One of these songs, and I'm just
And
gonna
it's
say it
another
now
1,
because
2,
I
3.
don't remember which one. It could be this one. I don't think it is, but I don't know.
I
One of them
jumped
had
the gun, yeah.
one of them had a detuned guitar solo part.
It's Ocean Man.
No, it wasn't Ocean Man.
I think we'll get there then.
I don't know if we'll know when we get there if you don't know what I mean immediately, because it was pretty prominent. Like when it came in, it was like, oh, the guitar is out of tune on one of these tracks. It
might
was
have
just
been
like
Buckingham Green.
maybe okay, but we'll talk about that when we get there, I guess.
Yeah,
I do want to say, you know what? I'll just save that. Okay, so I guess I don't have much to say about that one. It would be in lukewarm
That's
if
fine.
I was ranking them.
that's fine.
So I'll be your Johnny on the spot.
Yeah, that one's the.
I'll be your Johnny on the spot.
I'll be your Johnny on the spot.
This is another one that I like for what it's doing.
I hope I can't.
I thought it was.
There's that. Did you catch that harmony that they're doing?
I don't know. They're like, ah.
No one on the "I'll be your Johnny." Like there's one doing, and then the other one's Matt Sharping it.
I'll be your Johnny on the spot. No, I didn't.
I'll be your Johnny on the spot. Yeah. Not really here. Hold up. I'm playing it.
Oh, no, now I hear it. All right.
Oh, yeah, and then that fucking synth. That synth solo.
This is definitely another one where I have to say I like it for what it is. Like,
I definitely love that harmony that comes in.
A lot of this comes from the context of this album. You're really getting yourself into something.
Yeah, it's pretty fucking crazy.
Mm-hmm.
You know, it doesn't stop, and the best part about it, it's got cannon shots in it.
It's not even bad.
It's like, dung. Yeah, no, it's not bad.
I mean, like, for as weird as it is, like, I can't say that it's in a bad way anywhere on the album, really.
Oh, yeah. And then when you get that really crazy-ass, like, synth sound that's, like, constantly going,
Mm-hmm. No, it's
that synth solo. Do you know what I'm talking about?
Yeah.
It's
like it's weird, but like you could also just like see yourself sitting around listening to it. Like, yeah, why wouldn't I put this on?
That gets your head bopping, and you're like, why?
There's no reason.
What does that even mean?
No reason
I'll be
not
your
to.
Johnny on the spot.
I don't know, but what I think is funny about this, and this is totally unrelated to anyone else. Is that my brother's band has a song called Johnny on the Spot.
That's funny.
And it's like a heavy metal fucking so I don't know.
I'll be your Johnny on the spot. Yeah.
I side mentioned that.
This is a great track. And then
Mutilated Lips.
And then I think, yeah, this is another one where it does the where it's like the Mollusk, where like this makes so much sense as a transition where it's like you're going fucking crazy fast and it's constantly like going, and then it like immediately slows down and you get that like
Mutilated Lips.
Give a kiss. Yeah. That fucking that backwards almost that reverse track singing, but it's like forward.
Mm-hmm. Let me hang on.
You're gonna play it. You're trying to learn the words to the chorus, or there is a guitar solo in there.
This one stuck out enough.
You know, it's funny because I do remember showing you this song.
I remember hearing it on Fantano's live stream.
I remember I showed you this like early on when we were like showing each other like our music tastes and all that.
Yeah, I probably didn't like it much.
No, you didn't. You're like, oh, that reversed vocals, and I was like, there's some weird lyrics in this, huh?
You know, I like the reverse vocals.
I think it adds so much character to it. Like, when are you going to hear that?
No, this actually sounds like
it sounds musical.
Yes,
too.
That's
like
what I mean. I was gonna say this one's beyond weird.
It adds.
It sounds like a song too. It's just like what they're saying, and like the voice he's singing in is what makes it like, you know, weird. I guess
it really adds to the musicality of it, and like it makes it feel like it's kind of more like
which are my favorite parts.
Smoothly going, like a slower song. So it's kind of feel where like the intro of like the shh kind of sounds like more like a cymbal roll, and I think that's how the fucking song starts too. Like there might be a cymbal, like a light crash hit or something.
I think so. Yeah. Yep.
Yeah, or at least it like emulates it.
Yeah, I think. Okay, I don't know them enough to say this, but for some reason it sounds like Pink Floyd to me.
I guess it could be. It's a little out there to be a Pink Floyd song. Like,
I can hear some influence in my own mind from Pink Floyd on a track like this.
That's not too. I think, yeah. I'm not going to deny it. It's a little out there, and there's not enough like instrumental breaks, and the chorus is a bit weird.
Oh yeah, I was talking
give
about.
a kiss on the wrist on the
That's
worm-like tips of tentacles expanding in my mind.
That's definitely not what I meant.
Yeah,
But,
I mean, I'm just like saying that as well. The guitar solo, though, absolutely.
mhm.
Yeah, that was a little
So
loud tune, but this
one-
was definitely a standout track for me.
Maybe this is where the. No, that's definitely not the guitar solo I was talking about. But I like it.
When you're playing it, like there's so much more going on with these tracks, and I think it's great.
Yeah, okay. I was gonna say in general, I feel like this album is the Beatles' White Album taken
Even more
so much further.
Yeah, just going
in terms of the weird.
Just going all out with the craziness.
In terms of the weird, and this is like a song where I can hear that influence as well.
Yeah, see, now you're getting way more of
one of the songs on here
of a glimpse of my tastes and all that. Of like weirdness, I guess.
One of the, I think they took it much further in terms of just being weird.
But not like too weird, like Uma Guma.
The Beatles weren't just straight being weird; they were making music. But like, I feel like Ween took the weirdness and turned it up to a 10.
Yeah, and they kind of they're really on the line of like how weird is too weird, but
and it's still musical. Yeah, I agree.
Great, you know.
I agree.
And it's totally unique than anything you're gonna hear. But yeah, Mutilated Lips is definitely a standout.
It's a good one. Not necessarily a standout for me, but worth mentioning for me. It's
Blarney
in the
Stone.
likes. I can't remember this one by name, so I'm gonna have
This one's the pirate one.
Oh. Not what I was looking forward to every time. The pirate.
Get off my ass, you wee little cunt.
Yeah, the
I thought it would remind you of Thomas Wake.
Yeah, it's all right. I appreciate the more diversity that it throws into the track list. But beyond that, I can't say it's much for me.
Yeah, I would agree. It's a good bit of fun. Like, you know, I'll listen to it for context of the album, but there's no way, like, it doesn't really compare to the other tracks.
Right.
It's gonna be all right.
I mean, no surprise. It was one of my favorites for sure.
I think it's one of mine as well. This one's. I think I showed you this, and I was like, this one reminds me of like being a really sad song.
You did. I think that's got to be in my top 3 or definitely 5.
Come on, like fucking put this on and then go on a walk with like a light breeze going on a cloudy day and tell me that doesn't get you in the feels a little bit.
It's maybe there's more than 2, but I noticed 2 songs on this album seem to have a serious tone.
Yeah, and this one's probably
maybe 3 because I didn't listen to that last one. She Wanted to Leave seems like it might be a serious song.
I think I should play you that one as well, and you were like, "This is what you think is sad." I'm like, "Yeah."
I don't know. I don't remember.
Maybe in the context of the album, it's more sad because this is probably one of the more straightforward songs on this album, and it still uses like the same sound, so it sounds like it belongs here.
Yeah. I thought it was great.
Gonna be alright.
I mean, my top 3 is pretty predictable.
And if the mist ever lets the sun through, I think this one's a standout. I think this one has to be my maybe my second favorite, tied with what you're listening to, the Golden Eel. No, you're listening to the Cold Blows. The Golden Eel. Okay.
Yeah, I'm playing Golden Eel to refresh myself.
I think that song, Golden Eel, it builds up to an awesome level.
I thought the song was okay, but then when the guitars come in and the drums, it's actually kind of heavy.
Oh yeah, no, I do when I'm driving, I'll be going fast and then I'll be doing the Jesse thing, the
on the steering wheel.
Yeah. Oh no, I'll be when it fucking just drums like that. That's it. That gives me chills down my back. It's pretty rad, dude. And I think this is the one with the out-of-tune guitar solo.
I was thinking that too. That's why I was clicking through it. Seeing if I can find it.
It's near the end.
No, this isn't what I was talking about. Weird.
It is way out of tune though, but it's a fucking awesome song.
No, I was saying like the actual guitar.
And just the
was
way
out
it
of tune.
starts too, it's just like minimal percussion, and you get those fucking. It's a fart set. It has fart sounds in it, like straight up.
Oh, you're right.
It's straight up fart sounds in there.
I didn't even think about that.
That's just how like bubbly the synth gets.
Mm-hmm. So yeah, I thought it's not one of my favorites, but it is.
I think it's barely out of my top 3.
I think it's a good song for sure.
But like every time this comes on, I'm like, oh hell yeah, here we go. Like I forget what it is until like the instruments blow up, like go up, and it's crazy.
Mm-hmm.
And then Cold Blows the Wind.
Cold Blows the Wind. Was this the other one that I thought was serious?
I don't know.
Well, is it?
Cold blows the wind over my dear love.
Yes. Okay.
I don't know why, but I thought I was gonna say Dead Dog for a second.
So is that one of the more serious tracks?
My true love.
Yeah, I think I interpreted it as one.
This one just kind of drags on a bit for me.
That's what I was thinking.
Honest. But I think it sounds pretty, but it's a little repetitive and gets kind of boring.
But it is not meant to be like as out there and weird and jokey as the rest.
Oh no, like it seems like after every like big fucking like song, it just kind of takes a breather. So like the album really knows when to take a breather.
Yeah, oh, I agree. No, I was on the same page because I was thinking, I'll probably like the ones that are more serious the best, and like that holds up for it's gonna be all right. But this one, I was like, I like it, and then like halfway through, I was like, oh shit, I'm only halfway through. Like, yeah, it definitely just kind of kept going. Not in a bad way. I'd still put it in like a higher lukewarm. It doesn't sound bad. It just drones on a bit.
Oh Jesus, I'm getting really bad hiccups. And then okay, next song, I could tell that you gotta refresh yourself. Pink Eye on My Leg.
I knew which one this was. I'm just looking for that guitar solo. Yeah, so
and barking sound. It's like
a lot of barking.
What? This is like peak level. Like what the fuck is going on?
This is definitely an out there track.
Boom. Like literally, the guitar is the only thing centering it. Yeah, it is an instrumental track.
What do you think of this one? Yeah.
Oh yeah, that synth sound is pretty cool. It's just weird. That's all I gotta say about it. Every time I show someone, I'm like, oh, this song has such great lyrics. It's
not pleasant when that starts happening.
I think it's hilarious.
It is. It's kind of creepy too, but like, I don't know. I was just like on the treadmill,
and then it just ends with the
dog barks are a bit. The dog barks are a bit sharp.
They're a bit much too.
Yeah.
But then I think it also has a great transition to the next song. But yeah, this is an album track. You can't really judge it on its own.
No,
like, you really can't. You have to like
it needs to be in the context,
and it makes sense of how it's already in the second half of the album because like you've already been acclimated to the weirdness that this album is. So then it keeps going a little bit.
Can't say I think I'd skip it. So
I don't skip. I'm more likely to skip the Blarney Stone than I am Pink Eye, which is
I would
strange.
agree. I was just gonna say,
and it's not like Blarney Stone is bad either. It's just weird. But then again, it makes sense for me. I don't know, maybe because I hear it so much when I just hear final rough. Waving my dick in the wind. I'm waving my dick in the wind.
This song definitely pulls off what it's doing.
I love this song.
It's really ridiculous. And he just starts talking about dancing Jimmy or some shit.
Keep going, keep dancing, Jimmy. I'm doing the best I can.
Yeah, it gets fucking crazy.
That's hilarious. Yeah, because of the percussion, so it sounds like tap dancing.
Definitely one of the funnier ones on here.
I feel
I like one of the parts sounds a lot like ska. Yep, there it is. The ska strumming with the when the drums start to go like.
Yeah,
like the doubling.
right the snare.
Yes. No, I enjoy it. I put it in likes for sure.
I love this, and I can't really say why other than like it's just a little ridiculous. And I feel like I want to. Now that I'm thinking about it, I feel like that part could have been improv. We're like, keep dancing, Jimmy, because like the snare kind of sounds like tap dancing. Maybe the other guy was just like, I'm doing the best I can.
So yeah, when I saw the name of it and when I like heard the start of it, I was like, oh, this one's probably just gonna be
a joke song.
Well, yeah, and I was like, I was thinking like, I probably won't really
Jimmy Wilson dance.
Yeah, I was thinking it probably won't really appeal to me because it seems like they're trying too hard to be like goofy and like inappropriate or whatever. But
funny or whatever.
That guitar they've got in there, the one that's just doing the octaves, like the electric.
Oh yeah, yeah.
No, there's a lot in the musicality to love.
There's a lot going on in this whole album, really,
and it's genuinely funny too.
Like if
this is entertaining for sure.
It's definitely entertaining. That's like I guess the word for this album.
Mm-hmm.
But like, you know, this song could be way different if, like, say, Green Day did a song called "Waving My Dick in the Wind," because there's actually some meaning to it. It's not just like, it's funny.
Oh,
penis.
Well, I didn't pick up on that.
Well, because it's just like, if it all goes right, I'll be in your arms tonight. I'm waving my dick in the wind.
Oh yes, I heard that.
So it's basically like just.
It sounded.
Oh, I'm gonna just fucking wave my dick in the wind and just see like what I can get. You know, maybe I get lucky, kind of. But yeah, and then
I kind of picked up on that. Yeah.
Buckingham Green.
This one is the song I was going to save my Beatles White Album comment for, because this sounds straight off of it to me.
That's funny. I think this is a super unique song. I'm just gonna be straightforward. This is my favorite song on the album. You would think Ocean Man is. But
okay.
This song is easily like a strong 10 for me.
So this definitely was the one I was listening to, and I was like,
Smoke the child of I, it's time to fly.
All I could think during this song was White Album.
And that's fair. I can see that. I don't know. I think this song is
even right away with the what he's singing, the effect on his vocals, the melody, like everything made me just think like White Album.
I don't know. I feel like this song is
and the way it grew.
Probably one of my favorite songs ever.
All right.
I can easily say that. Like the song's a 10, like undoubtedly in my mind.
Interesting.
I don't know what, like I just think the build of that guitar solo and like it's a long build, you know.
I don't think honestly I gave the song enough critical thought because I just thought it was okay. But I think I was just too distracted with this is the White Album.
Maybe.
I was just too distracted with my thought of it.
It gets so operatic, like after the first lyrics segment.
Yeah.
You know, there's that build.
As I listen into it more, like right now,
it's all such a long build until it erupts in that guitar solo.
Yeah,
and that's just wild. And then it just goes to that fucking bum 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 dun dun dun. Yeah.
As I was just listening through it more, like the later parts of the song, I don't even remember too much. This album's a lot to take in.
I think this is the peak of the album.
I think I was just too distracted with like, it sounds like the White Album, which is a good thing. But
I never really thought of it because I was just like, I thought like how unique this song is, and like this has to be like Ween's like greatest work, even though like the lyrics mean fucking nothing. Yeah,
I was listening to the words and I was like, they sound ridiculous, but like they sound like they could have meaning, but then like
the thing that sucks about Ween is that there's no meaning for anything really.
I didn't look into it. No, that doesn't have to suck. That's fine.
I tried looking into it, and people were like, These guys would laugh if if they saw people like trying to pick apart meaning for their songs. They're not supposed to mean anything. I was like, that's disappointing.
Yeah, like
At least for me.
Oasis.
Yeah, but I don't know. I think the song is perfect. It gets me emotional, especially with that guitar solo. Oh, tasty.
All right.
Tasty boy. That's all I gotta say about it. And then
I'd say it's like I'd say I like it. Yeah.
Ween's actual best work, Ocean Man.
I mean,
It's
it got me pumped every time it came
we
on.
gotta talk about it. It's such a happy song. This is like a universal feel good song, and it became such a fucking meme.
I have to say, at
And you
least
definitely-
since I'm not familiar with anything else quite as much, it's still currently my favorite. So
That's funny. Well, I mean, it's not like you have heard the song before.
yeah, of course.
I definitely introduced you to it more.
I didn't know it as well. Like I don't think I ever sat down and listened to it all the way through. I just knew it as the SpongeBob song.
Oh, I did, and I learned all the words. It was like one of the first songs I learned all the words to.
But no, I genuinely like it.
Maybe that's the guitar solo you were talking about?
Definitely not.
I
I
doubt
already knew the song.
And because of the SpongeBob movie, this thing is so perfect for like any outro or ending. So how fitting is it like to put it right after Buckingham Green?
I thought it
Like
was
the album's biggest like thing. All right. And
Yeah.
then she wanted to leave.
like I was saying. I thought it was the end. So
She wanted to leave with the hidden track. I mean, it would be fitting, but she wanted to leave with such a good ending. It's really sad for me too.
So
It's like a
like I said, I can't say I actively listened to this one as much, so I feel bad. I heard it only twice, and I wasn't all in it because I thought it was a hidden track, and I was like, oh, I don't. Yeah,
you like hidden track, whatever. No, there's a hidden track along with it. And yeah, not much of them, but this is like a weirdly like goodbye song, or like a coming together. Like this is the end. It feels like it's more like the end of an era rather than like an album.
well, I'll
which
check
is
it
strange.
out. I'll check it out more after this. So I guess
And-
I'll give you my rating.
well,
We've
with the
talked
hit-
about the album for almost
I
40.
also want to talk about the hidden track because it's basically just a slowed down version of I'm Dancing in the Show Tonight's melody with a final like cannon shot.
You're right. I didn't notice that before.
So it
So it all
feels
ties
like,
it up together.
Yeah,
nicely.
it ties it up together, and it feels like it's almost like, it's been abandoned or whatever because of all the wind howling and everything.
I can't
And
imagine.
it feels lonesome, It's you wouldn't expect that from this album.
Mm-mm. I can't imagine the mood I'd need to be in to emotionally need this album. But
I don't know either. I just put it.
I feel like I could just put it on.
That's basically what you do with it. Honestly, I put it on every time like I would go on like a decent walk, like around when I was living with my parents.
Mm-hmm.
So like, okay, go on a walk. Time for adventure. I just put the album on and just give it a listen. I still put it on from time to time, or just when I'm in the mood to like just hear the You have to hear this song. You have to hear this album, cover to cover,
Mm-hmm.
like all the way through.
Well, I agree.
There's no way. It's like it's such an experience, I guess.
Yes.
And then I love the last like sound at the end of the hidden track, that final boom, like that kind of gong thing. Yeah, you're gonna hear it in a second.
I think I just did hear it.
Oh no, wait, that was the that's the end of She Wanted to Leave, not the not the hidden track.
Well, anyway, I wish I had more to say about this one, especially because it sounds like it's
This.
Okay. Yeah, it sounds very oceany as well.
It sounds very empty, like I don't know. That's like if a hammer just hit me right at the core. But yeah, I don't know. I rode this album's dick long enough. What's your rating? And like final thoughts.
I'm gonna have to give that song more listens because it sounds like it's also a more serious track, which I do think looks good on Ween.
Yeah, like, because they don't do it so much. So when you do
but it
see a
works.
serious
They
song,
can pull it off.
yeah, you're like, oh, this is cool. So I don't know if you do like. I mean, you said you love this album and you'd like their more serious stuff. So like, maybe check out my second favorite album,
White Pepper.
White Pepper, yeah, which is kind of like all about that. And if you think, Buckingham Green was White Album, well, White Pepper's not really White Album. It's more.
It's White Pepper.
It's Beatles. It's really Beatles like.
All right,
but they do have their fair share of weird shit in there, but it's probably their most straightforward album like ever. And who knows, it might take away from some of the characters. Some people say.
Well, take away from some of the characters.
No, some of the character. Some of the character that Green sound has.
Okay.
Yeah.
No, so I don't usually say like strong or light or whatever, but I feel like this would be
that's
like
what I do.
I just like to be more decisive with my numbers straight up normally, but I have to say this one's like the strongest of 8s or the lightest of 9s.
It's really like teetering on one way or another. It's either an 8.99 or an even 9 or something.
Yeah, it's like the strongest of 8s, if I could say. I really enjoyed it. And I wish I listened to that last song more.
That's pretty much. I'm glad you got lots of enjoyment out of it.
I did check out also the one.
Your extra credit?
Yeah, the one Genesis song. And I only listened to it once because I know you were really praising it a ton, but it didn't do much for me, honestly. I definitely preferred the first track of the album you recommended last week.
I did kind of want your opinion on it.
I can't say I remember much, but I did actively listen in the car. I only played through it once, and I was just like, I don't think I'm gonna be feeling this one. It felt a bit more straightforward, I guess, which is fine. I've listened to a bunch of punk rock and shit.
Well, then you might think about that with White Pepper. Then, so who knows? I don't know. Maybe I can miss the mark.
It all depends on the sound, because like straightforward, like classic rock kind of sound, or just like that certain. There's a certain brand of an upbeat sound that starts to all sound the same for me, and I think it sort of felt like one of those songs to me.
I don't know. I didn't get that same feeling with it, but
well, yeah, clearly, and I can't even go into much depth. I just remember thinking that I only heard it once. So.
I just think there's a lot of more depth going into that, and it's pretty driving. Yeah.
Right.
But I don't know. I guess you didn't expect me to give it a rating, but
the Mollusk.
Yeah, there's no other like thing I would change about it or that I could knock it for, so I'm giving it a 10.
All right, even though you said one song is skippable.
Well, that's Blarney Stone, but that's not because it's not because it's bad or anything. It's just because
I got you. I'm the one who tells you should be more forgiving with your ratings. So
yeah, Mister. Like, wow, you got.
Well, for albums, I have to enjoy every song for it to be a 10. But and
I do enjoy every song on this album. So
fair
there's
enough.
that. Yeah, you'd be amazed that I gave an album a fucking 10.
Yeah, I am. Okay. So that's that. That took a long time. 45 minutes almost.
Damn. Yeah, I went into kind of a lot more detail than I normally would.
So we'll talk Get Hurt, and this will probably only take us like 20 minutes or so.
Yeah, because we'll just go try.
And then we're gonna recommend you guys some YouTubers. We never said that.
Yeah. So
like they need us to recommend them. We just want to gush about some YouTubers we love. Okay.
Yeah.
So we'll do that after we talk about Get Hurt.
Yeah, and then this will be pretty easy. I put this in the category.
That makes sense.
I shuffled some things around, but I have heard this before. Like, I remember you playing it in the car. So
like the entire album?
Not the entire album, but definitely songs from it.
Okay, yeah, that makes sense.
And the whole album does sound pretty similar in that like they follow like similar melodies and everything. Like it sounds like it belongs under the same umbrella.
Yeah, I would agree.
So I'm not saying like, oh, it all sounds the same. You know?
I would think you would say that about any of their albums. But this is a sound I thought you would most click with.
but it's weird because Gaslight Anthem, they have like they're pretty versatile in their sound. Like at the same time, like,
Yeah,
they sound like this. They sound like they have a unique sound, but they can sound like a bit of other bands too, like Nirvana and definitely the the Menzingers.
I think I know where that's coming from, and that's why I fell in love with the Menzingers right away. Is because Gaslight Anthem was my thing for like a couple of years.
They sound a lot like Menzingers.
Gaslight Anthem was my thing for a couple of years, and then when I heard On the Impossible Past and After the Party and stuff, I was like, this sounds like Gaslight Anthem. And then I was like, shit. So I got really into them because those two have a lot of similarities in my opinion. In a good way. I really like the sound they both have.
Yeah.
They both make you feel nostalgic. Now, not necessarily this album. I would say 59 Sound has that feeling of nostalgia and American slang. But I didn't recommend you either of those. So
Yeah.
we're going to talk about Get Hurt, which
I'm gonna say
is, hang on,
Yeah.
which is generally the least liked album. I told you that last week.
Interesting.
And I even looked up.
I forgot that you called it that.
It is. People are actually like, this was like the first time I think where critics like didn't like the album. And fans weren't as big on it as the other albums, but that generally were much more forgiving than critics. And Brian Fallon himself, the lead singer, songwriter, guitarist, and everything, ranks this as his least favorite Gaslight Anthem album too.
Huh.
Even though it's their last one, and
I
it sounds
forgot-
like his most personal, because it sounds like I think it was around the time he got divorced or something.
I forgot you said that because I don't know. I didn't get that vibe at all from this. And honestly, I was gonna say I think I need to listen to this more.
In retrospect, I think this album really holds up, and people at the time were just like, because it was different. It is different from their other albums. And I think I know why you said Nirvana right away.
Because of the first song.
Yeah.
It's pretty Nirvana-y.
The way he sings in that, that's the only song where he sings like that.
Yeah, no, I realized.
And Brian Fallon said that's like his, he stands by that song and he thinks it's great, and he thinks, since critics and fans kind of loathed it, he's like, he was saying how if that song came out from like another band, he thinks people would like it, but since it was the Gaslight Anthem, it was looked down on.
Oh yeah, just
for being different.
Just jumping into it, Stay Vicious. I like easy.
Like, okay, cool.
Easy put and like. I'm like, I can fuck with it.
It goes back and forth between the Nirvana-esque part and the quiet, like, as you step out into the city.
And definitely I do remember you playing this like in the car.
I like it too.
You play it quite a bit.
It might not be my favorite on the album, but it's a good song for sure.
No, it's easy for me to put and like.
I really like it.
Again, I was like, all right, the whole album's going to sound like this.
I really like
a really boring track by track.
I really like the end when all the instruments come in.
I remember liking the end quite a bit.
Because it's the same thing, like here. But then everything comes in and it's like...
La, 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 la,
yeah, when the drums come in and it's the la 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 part. Because the other parts...
It definitely makes the song memorable.
Yeah, and the guitar work. The guitar work through the whole album, I really like what this lead guitarist does. On the same level, I like what the Menzingers lead guitarist does all the time. That's where a lot of the nostalgia and the atmosphere come from, I think, is the little subtleties on the lead guitars.
Oh, yeah, definitely.
Okay, so you put that one in like?
Yep.
Nothing else to say?
I think I said it's pretty Nirvana-y in the La La's part.
Cool.
I did remember liking the end quite a bit. Like, I almost wrote that down. I was like, end is good. And it's good. I like it.
It's nice how it all comes together.
Yeah, it's definitely a
together.
memorable song.
Mm-hmm.
Definitely memorable.
Cool.
I think I'll put this in a playlist.
Great.
In my hype boy playlist.
Why do you think you would need to hear this album more, or do you want to save that for later?
Oh, I just think. I mean, I feel like I would put it on again.
Oh,
just like listen more. That way, I can actually like get to know it.
That's good
on a better level, I guess. Same thing. I got the same thing listening to No Use for a Name.
Okay, yeah, you said
I can definitely hear this more. You know.
Cool. Okay, so the second track.
It's like Get Started, I guess.
Yeah. 1,000 Years.
1,000 Years. I also put in like.
Okay, yeah, I like this one a lot. This one I go back to every now and then. Ay.
Oh, hey. Yep. Fuck.
It's all right, she says. Mm-hmm.
I almost put it in lukewarm.
Oh, really?
Just because it kind of that AAA part just kind of like just seems a little flat. I guess like it's just kind of overdone. But that guitar is, I think, is what saves it.
Which guitar? Just like or the guitar in the chorus, or
yeah.
Oh,
I was like, am I remembering it wrong? I'm like, I think it does.
I know in the town I live.
Yeah. Yeah. Well, I'm like, okay, I can fuck with that.
The instrumentals are pretty tight.
Oh yeah,
for the verses especially.
Yeah, it's pretty tight in this song, and I do remember like hearing the words too, where I was like, this is pretty nice. Like, I do remember liking the words quite a bit.
I think there's a guitar. Oh, the guitar in the chorus is cool too. It's pretty minimal, but it's nice.
Yeah,
it complements.
It's basically what keeps it in like is definitely the musicianship in the background, like all the layers going through it. The whole like kind of chanting part, I'm not too wild on. Like I like it, but I think it's just been it was done a lot in that song where I'm like,
that's fair enough. I like it.
Yeah, I think. I mean, they kind of do that though in this album. Like I realized, at least in the first half,
mm-hmm.
in the first few songs, where it just has like that kind of crowd, like in Stay Vicious, the La La's, and then
La La La,
1,000 Years and Get Hurt also does it.
I was gonna say quick because we didn't mention it all. The solo in Stay Vicious is pretty great too. It's really Nirvana-y.
Oh yeah, well, I love that solo. And it gets like really like it gets really whiny.
Mm-hmm. Okay, so we already talked about that though. I just wanted to mention the solo. Get Her. I can't imagine this was one of your favorites.
That's weird.
Oh, why?
Because it's in my fucks with category.
Oh, okay. All right.
This one's number 2.
All right.
I'm trying to also like pick out a top 3 in the albums that you give me, but
I appreciate
this one's...
that. Oh wait, you know what? Then I'll give you the quick for the Mollusk. It was Ocean Man. Everything's gonna be all right, if that's what it's called. And
it's gonna be all right.
And the Mollusk.
That's fair. I think.
Cool.
I think that's the same for me. Just replace Ocean Man with Buckingham Green.
Cool. All right. Yeah, I just wanted to give you that quick. But okay. So Get Hurt.
Yeah, no, I love Get Hurt.
I think it's great.
I keep hearing this in my head like all night. Just
I came to get her.
Yeah.
Might as well do your worst to me. Get Hurt.
I don't know. I definitely like that one. That doesn't get old for me. I'm just like, yeah, more of that.
Think I'm gonna move to California. I listen. Yeah. Time to move. I listened to that a lot before I moved, and I was like, "This song's for me."
I think it'd be
because I went through a breakup.
This song's for me.
I went through a breakup, and I was like, "I'm gonna move to California."
There's some good breakups like sounding stuff in here.
Oh yeah, it's like a divorce album,
or like some sad boys, but it's like it's sad boys, but it's not like Pinkerton level sad boys.
No, but it is very genuine. I feel.
Yeah.
Which is why it makes me sad that Brian Fallon doesn't like this one as much as the rest.
I think,
because I think he was being really genuine.
I think it'd be worth it for me to learn the words to this, which is why I'm also like, I should listen to this more.
This song?
Yeah.
Yeah, for sure. They're not too hard. And I really like it only has a couple different parts to it, but like the little outro it goes into like maybe you needed a change. Like I really like when it gets into that. All the different parts. Yeah, I love the song. It was the first single, I believe, as well. So
can't believe you think it was one of my favorites. That means I'm gonna break your heart a little bit later. Pun intended.
Probably. Well, if it's a pun, I think you're saying it's.
No, it's just because it's the name of the song.
We'll talk about it later.
Yeah.
Okay. So that's great. Straight Paper.
Straight Paper. I think that one's yeah, that's lukewarm. The first lukewarm.
That's fair. I'm trying to think.
Like Yeah, it's fun, but like
I like the
I think
lyrics in this.
the lyrics, but the melody leaves much to be desired, I think.
It doesn't feel completely fleshed out.
No, it just feels like it kind of keeps going. Oh yeah, the oohs I like. Ooh. So I think because of that, it's just barely in lukewarm. It could be in like if the melody had more going for it.
I like how
the verses.
I like how it gets towards the end where it builds up with like the love, and then it gets into the, and it starts going heavier. But generally, I'm gonna keep referring to that interview, I guess, about what Brian Fallon said about this album, because he did say there are some songs on this album he thinks were like not quite finished, but they're on here anyway. I would have to assume this is one of the ones he was talking about.
Yeah, I could assume there's a few though that he's talking about.
But I think, and they said other songs on there are like completely 100% done, and they sound great to him. And like I could see that with this album. I think it's a good song. I think it's one of the more forgettable tracks. Yeah. So next song, I think you like the name of. I don't know what you actually thought of the song.
Helter Skeleton.
Yeah.
I do like the name of it, and I like the song.
I know. I like the song too.
Yeah, I definitely like the direction where it goes.
I'm trying to think
And
of
the name is just a bonus. It's not that similar, really.
Oh no, but it's definitely a call out to it. So this song's also one of the ones that originally like fell into the background for me, but I really grew to enjoy it more over time. I enjoy this album as a whole. Some songs like Helter Skelter and Stray Paper are easier to enjoy in context than
You just call it Helter Skelter.
Yeah, Helter Skeleton are easier to enjoy in context rather than like searching them out and playing them on their own.
Yeah, or just like, putting these into a playlist.
Yeah, those.
Or it's just like, these ones are like, cool.
Yeah, they work in the context of the album.
Yeah, but this one, it definitely has to inch out above Stray Paper.
Okay.
That's why it's in
That's fair. I would agree.
I think for this, I remember like I was a little more harsh with like what goes in like in lukewarm.
Sure.
So that way there's more like
more variation. So we really get what you're feeling.
Well, that way it's like I have more to talk about. I was like, yeah, I liked it. Like I have to come down on it. Like, like how some lots of it just barely inch in and out of each other is what I'm getting at.
All right.
So you're gonna hear that a lot.
Okay, cool. Next song, Underneath the Ground, is
that one's lukewarm as well.
That one's maybe my least favorite song on the album.
I like how it like slowed down a bit here and does this.
Yeah, it's
but
a
like
nice
later,
break.
It loses me.
Lyrically? Or later, you said?
Later.
It is 4 minutes long, and it never changes up too much.
This one. Yeah, this one I remember. It was like this was like the talking song. He's singing to the point where it just kind of sounds like he's talking at me, and I'm like, if you had a little more attitude with how he's talking, this could be a rap song. And I wasn't wild on that.
This is just this one's always been a droney one for me. It's I think there are 2 or 3 that I would put in the like meh songs for this album. This is one of them. Maybe my least favorite song on the album, but I don't skip it.
Oh, really quick. Yeah, just since 1,000 Years just played for like literally a second. This one sounded AC/DC if they were good.
1,000 Years?
Yeah.
Okay.
Because of the guitar part. Rollin' and Tumblin'.
I thought this might be your favorite.
It's in like.
Okay.
It's at least in like.
I think it's a pretty great song.
Oh yeah, this one keeps me going. This one's
all of my friends want to get into heaven.
I'm gonna add this to my Strong Boy playlist because I can definitely run to it.
I really like the end when he starts. Let me find it. Very medicine. Should I take your reds, your blues, and your cocaine? Yeah, I just love when it's like, and cry me a river.
Oh yeah, I heard that too. That one stood out.
And assure me I'm crazy. It's like, yeah, because it's I don't know, the words towards from there like till the end. I just love the words because he didn't fucking hold back on this album. It's pretty emotionally heavy and pretty great.
Yeah, I like it quite a bit.
Yeah, so I like that one a lot.
Definitely a running boy song.
I don't think it would be my favorite, but I could have seen it being your favorite. So now, I guess you're gonna surprise me with your other fucks withs.
Yeah, no, I'm gonna. If you thought that was it, I was like,
I thought that could have been
good.
given what was left. Well, that depends. Did you listen to the last 4 songs or did you not?
Last 4.
Did you listen to Mama's Boys, Sweet Morphine,
Yeah,
Halloween?
why wouldn't I?
Oh, I told you Past Dark Places. You didn't have to.
Oh, I didn't remember.
Because that's the last song on the album, technically.
Okay. Well, I listened to them anyway, assuming that that was the whole album. So,
Okay.
whoopsies, I forgot that part.
So we've heard Anywhere I Lay My Head about the same as each other because I barely heard that song before. Because that one wasn't on my iTunes album that I had forever.
Yeah.
Okay. On to Red Violins.
Red Violins, which I feel like has to be like like it's teetering on violence. Like that's what it's.
Oh, Red Violence?
Yeah, like that. It has to be like implying violence, which is I don't know. Like it just sounds it from my head. But okay, Dilly Dallying, it's in lukewarm.
Okay, me too. This one's
a lot more AC/DC Metallica kind of sound.
Okay, so
but before that it's kind of like
yeah. I know what you mean.
I don't know, that one sounds almost I don't want to say poppy, but like it's like a pop rock kind of thing.
I was going to say with this song it's like kind of with Underneath the Ground. I think I like it more than Underneath the Ground because there are parts in it that I really like if you wanna, when you wanna. That part's pretty good. The chorus, I guess.
Yeah.
But
wait,
yeah, that part.
Okay, I thought for whatever reason you saying If I Want, I was like, wait, is that another song?
No.
Yeah, because I heard like in my head the melody was going somewhere else of a song that I also heard, and I was like, no, that's not that song because I want to put it there.
Okay, so Red Violins is a meh for me as well. So we're on to selected poems. I guess you didn't remember this one? If you're listening to it right now.
I'm listening back to it because I want to be sure. That's the melody I was remembering. That's why I was looking for it because I was like, I heard that melody in my head. I was like, wait, no, I didn't mix these songs up. No, selected poems is in fucks with.
Me too.
Easily.
That's a great song.
Easily.
And I seem to find is that everything has changed.
Like,
that might sounds awful.
Yeah, no, because I don't remember 100%. No, but like I was like, this one got me like hyped up and pumped by my head the most. Out of all the songs here, so
this one I slept on, but now it's one of my favorites.
I think this one is my favorite on the album.
Oh, okay. I never cared for the beginning. Like the beginning pushed me away from
the beginning. I wasn't sure until we got to that part. I was just like, oh hell yeah, here we go.
The very beginning is like still never my favorite part. Like I always forget that that's the intro to what's one of my favorite songs for sure.
Well, it subverted my expectations where I'm like, okay, it's another little hang back, it's another hold back, and then it just fucking erupts.
Went head over my heels for you. Yeah. Oh, I love this song. Okay, so that's at the top for you.
Yeah, easily.
And then Get Hurt.
Okay. Yeah, and then Get Hurt, because I was like, Get Hurt's really good. I don't know what's gonna top it, and then this song was like, oh yeah, that blows that out of the water, doesn't it?
So I guess you're gonna have
so that one got me like
a third one some here, and at this rate, it might not even be one of the ones that's considered on the album. So that's funny. Let's keep going.
Yeah, no, I don't think so.
We got Ain't That a Shame.
Ain't That a Shame? I think that one's.
Oh my love,
That one's in
my
like.
love is a plague. Ain't that a shame? Yeah, I actually like this one a lot too. This one also had to grow on me at first. Both of these songs kind of blended with the album, but now they're both very much their own thing to me, and I go back to both of these now.
I think this one was almost in Foxwith.
That's great.
Almost, but I was like, and
I liked it.
I just there's not a whole lot I remember about it, but I do remember liking it.
Ain't that a shame?
I do remember that though.
Yeah.
You know, the line.
Okay, great. Not much more to go over. Okay, Break Your Heart.
Break Your Heart. That's like barely in like, I think.
That one's a more meh one for me as well.
It's just the more I think and listen to it, I'm like, it is pretty emotional, and I do get enough out of it. And like, I could probably listen to this if ever I'm sad again or some shit. But the way he sings is just a bit too country for me.
It goes a little too well. That's the thing, because this song sounds like that Johnny Cash song, or is it Johnny Cash?
It is Johnny.
The one that's
Get
like
hurt. Like Get Hurt. Fuck,
no,
God damn it. Just Hurt. Yeah.
No. That's that Johnny Cash, but it's 9 Inch Nails. I'm not talking about that though. I was talking about No, I Won't Back Down.
Oh, the one
that song.
That song in Barnyard.
Is that
Barnyard?
Is that in Barnyard?
Yeah.
Like he sings, it's the same melody, and I
won't back down.
Yeah, I would have to assume that's purposeful,
That's
because
definitely what I got
Brian
it
Fallon does a lot of references to other music through either melody or lyrics or anything. Like I think I've showed you before. They've got a song. I could just show you right now. That you know that Against Me song that me and you sang.
Yeah.
The
Yep.
Well, in a Gaslight Anthem song, they've got this part. Hang on. And it's on purpose. Here. What?
I think you showed me that before.
Yeah, so they've done it on purpose before, where they do a melodic reference to another song, and I would not put it past Brian Fallon to make Break Your Heart like I would break your heart.
So,
like,
like,
I think it's supposed to sound like
I don't
that.
know, listening to it, I'm like actually giving it a fair shot. I'm like, there's some substance here.
It's
I
a
don't know,
decent.
It might go back into lukewarm. Just know that it's teetering.
That's fine.
Know
Yeah,
you're on the edge. Break your heart.
I'd be there or meh. Like, yeah, it's around there for me as well. Dark Places.
How the fuck does this one go?
If I thought it would help.
I just fuck.
Never against the waves with my head going under.
I think this one's a more forgettable one.
Weird. I guess
it's in lukewarm. Probably for that reason. That's just forgettable, and I was just like, it's like one of those where I'm like, oh, there's music playing right now.
I have put this one on a playlist. I think it's a good.
I think
breakup song.
I think
for sure.
Break Your Heart and Dark Places need to switch, so they might on more listens. But for now, it's in lukewarm. I think it's barely in lukewarm.
Well, Dark Places is the finisher to the album if you don't count the.
Well,
the
we do
extra
have
songs.
the extra 4.
We do, yeah, but
one in each category.
I was just telling you this one is the finisher on just like a typical. If you went and bought the album at the store or whatever. And for me, I've definitely gone back to this one. I think maybe the first couple times I was like, oh, it's kind of an underwhelming closer, but it definitely became one that I go back to. One of my favorites for a time, for sure, I would say. But all right, so you put it in lukewarm?
Yeah, for now at least.
Okay.
And the next 4, there's one in each category.
Maybe I can guess.
There's only one dislike on this album.
Hang on. It might be the last one.
Anywhere I Lay My Head.
Yeah.
No.
Okay, well then we'll just go track by track.
Yeah.
Oh wait, I think I know what it would be then. Something you fuck with one of these?
That fucks with one of these. You could probably guess these like easily.
Maybe. The thing is, I'm like really biased here because the next two, Mama's Boys and Sweet Morphine, were they're probably your dislike and lukewarm, honestly. But
Wait, what'd you say?
I said they're probably your
Which ones?
Mama's Boys and Sweet Morphine. They're probably one of them's your dislike and one of them's your lukewarm. But for me, both those songs were the songs I listened to over the rest of the album for a long time because I really connected with both those songs, especially
Damn.
Mama's Boys is such a fucking mean song and I love it.
Damn, well, I'm about to disappoint you because that's in my dislike.
Mama's Boys is your dislike.
That's my dislike.
I figured.
That's the only one. At first I was like, damn, there's no dislikes on here. And then this one plays and I'm like, oh, this is the most song.
Yeah, that's because you were just saying you like the country sound or whatever. The lyrics in this are so great. Don't tell me how you're the muse to every fit boy in Soho. I don't want to hear about how you're having a real good time. I'd rather imagine you on a stretcher on the way to the emergency room. It's so good.
Damn.
Yeah. And
I wasn't hearing that. I was just like, when the fuck is this song over?
It's all right to cry about it. Yeah, it's mighty fine if you want to die. I love how fucking like mean it is and spiteful. I just fucking I love the lyrics. The delivery's so just like, yeah, fuck you.
That's fair.
Mm-hmm.
I just wish it were to any other genre. Almost any other genre. It would be harder dislike if it was like, a poppier song or a rap or something.
It's got some of my favorite lyrics, so it's definitely part of it. And like I love the way he sings them, of course, too. But yeah, fair enough. I could see I knew that and Sweet Morphine you probably weren't as huge on, but here. Oh, hey, I can see you liking this one.
If I had to, it's just Mama's Boys is if I had to have a dislike, it'd be this one for me at least. But Sweet Morphine,
I can see you liking Sweet Morphine actually.
That's the one I fucks with.
Okay.
Fucks with.
That's a great song.
It is a great song. At first, I was like not sure about it, but then I'm like, it just kept going.
You must have found.
And then I do really like that weeping guitar going on.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I love the chorus. It gets real big in the chorus. Yeah, those two were definitely favorites for me for a long time, and I still love them both.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so that means we've got a like and a lukewarm left, and we've got Halloween and Anywhere I Lay My Head.
Fuck, Halloween's in like.
Okay, I was gonna say I would think that they would line up like that. Like, it's really hard to tell because Halloween. I don't know how you feel like about a song that sounds like this one. It's a little different for them.
It's a little different, but it still sounds like them.
Keep it coming. Yeah, I like this song. This one I haven't heard as much as other songs on this album either, but I still like it. I think it's a good song. I think I could listen to it.
I think it's pretty good, but
over something like Underneath the Ground or
just like how
Heart.
I've been doing it, like in order of the album. I think it's at the bottom of the likes list.
Okay.
To be fair, and just like at the bottom of the lukewarm list is Anywhere I Lay My Head,
which I can't even comment much on because I've only heard that song a few times ever, and clearly nothing made me keep going back over and over.
I looked at the name and then I'm like, okay, that's promising because closer songs are always like pretty bopping. This one kind of sucks.
Yeah, they just threw it on the end too.
It's nothing that like I really like actively don't like, but it's pretty close to it.
Yeah, I didn't hear this one a bunch, but
it's another talking song almost. With like those horns in the background.
For me, for a while, this album basically ended with Sweet Morphine. Because I would kind of skip Halloween, even though I do like Halloween. Halloween still would have been a better closer. I don't know. I'm with you on that. I don't really care for it. I've only heard it. I've heard it a lot less than the others, so maybe that's not fair. But yeah. All right. Well, that's Get Hurt plus the bonus tracks. And I guess we need a rating from you.
Yeah, I think overall it's pretty good, and I did enjoy it. I gotta listen to more, but if this was like the lowest recepted album,
Yeah,
by them, or received album, I mean,
I
then,
do still think it might be the one of theirs you like the most because I know where you're going.
Gotcha.
But, just because
you know my tastes,
they're all
and
pretty
that.
different. Handwritten would be the other best bet, but you might like Handwritten more, but I don't think you'd like anything earlier than Handwritten more than you would like either of these two. So I remember I showed you Sink or Swim, which is definitely the closest to my heart on of their albums. Maybe my favorite. It's between that and the 59 sound, but
damn, well,
Sink or Swim I showed you once before and you were like, oh, it all sounds the same, and like there's this really sad song and you were like, yeah, it doesn't sound sad to me, and I was like, all right. So I didn't want to give you that, and I didn't think you'd connect with the sound of the 59 sound, which is like this a lot.
I think that's one of the songs that came right after Get Hurt played, because Spotify's like, oh, here's something similar.
This is kind of what like the whole album sounds like. It has that kind of sound. So I didn't think you'd be as into that.
You definitely show me that.
Yes.
I mean, yeah, with this one, I got 3 songs I do really like.
Yeah. So okay, so that's good.
I do really like those, and the rest I'm like, it's pretty good. I will listen to it again. I think
that's all I can ask for.
I think I'm feeling a light 7 on it.
All right. I'm feeling an 8.
7 or 8. That's fair.
I think it's a good album. I think it's maybe it's not the bottom for me. It's just that the other albums are so great. Like Sink or Swim and the 59 sound are definitely the top 2. Then American Slang and Get Hurt are like fighting for that spot. Handwritten is my least favorite, which is an unpopular opinion. But I do think that album's full of great songs too. So this is on Handwritten. You've heard this. I think you would have liked. Woohoo! Woohoo! Yeah, that is Handwritten. And 45. Hey, turn the record over. I know I've showed you that.
Yeah, that sounds a
before.
lot like Menzingers.
Yeah, I know I've showed you that before. So yeah, just I guess little end discussion. There's our ratings.
Damn.
All right.
Well, that's it. No, we do have another topic. Gimmick. We talked about this for a lot longer than I thought.
That's fine. It's still, if we ended it right now, it'd be the shortest podcast, so we're still in the clear.
Okay.
It's an hour and 18 minutes. We're good. We can talk for a little bit about our favorite YouTubers, or I don't want to put any labels like that on this, because YouTubers are people. Like, there's no other way for me to put that.
Our favorite people.
Yeah, there's no other way to put it. I'm not comfortable with being like YouTuber tier list or whatever.
I'll have a pretty short list if I made a favorite people's list.
Yeah, or like if we were doing like a tier list or a ranked, it's like it depends on the YouTubers you watch, because some people make content where it's the person themselves putting themselves out there, and you get attached to or connect with who they are.
Mm-hmm.
And then there's other ones who it's definitely you connect with what they do. And some of those things you can rank critically, like those ones where it's more of a craft, but it just feels kind of morally to put people in on a tier list or a ranking, so that's why I wanted to make this more of a just we talk about YouTubers we like.
Okay.
Yeah.
So just talking about you, this is gonna be interesting. I guess we can just go back and forth.
We could say like what our favorites are. For sure.
Okay, we can definitely like agree on some.
Yeah,
like,
I'm just gonna go
for
through.
us, Game Grumps is one of our collective favorites.
Well, we met because of Game Grumps.
Exactly, we bonded over Game Grumps over the fucking
immediately
over the over Aaron's
Yoda.
I was gonna say Baby Yoda, but fucking
no
his stand-up comedy Yoda,
joke Yoda. Joke. Yep. That's the very first
That
thing.
is the bit. Yeah.
That's what brought us together. So
And then, like some other ones, probably like I missed.
Oh yeah, we
Fired and I missed.
We owe a lot to Game Grumps in terms. I mean now we are currently living together. So
as well as any Sucharu
yes,
animated.
My dick's falling off.
Dick's falling off.
That's the
no, that one doesn't count. That one doesn't count.
That's the best animated still to this day.
And the one we can both say like from memory.
Oh yeah, okay. I didn't think your sentence was done. I was like, No, so yeah, definitely Game Grumps. They inspired our channel, and first thing we bonded over. I haven't been watching lately. I have to say, they've changed some things up.
I've got like a fucking over 100 people that I'm subscribed to, so I'm like,
yeah.
Which one needs to be talked about?
Their current schedule is they're uploading like 4 times a week, and they're like a half hour or something longer. And I'm not as big a fan of it because they seem to be playing, just less games I would be interested in watching, which is part of it for me.
Yeah, I'm not super interested either in like watching them. I think
it's
I don't know. I know some
if
series,
they come out with something I want to see, I'm gonna watch it though.
Same.
For sure.
I don't think they really do like big games like that anymore.
Yeah, they're trying to work with the algorithm, which is all of YouTube.
Yeah, I mean, I know some like token series that I think are great that I might revisit if I ever have the free time anymore.
Oh yeah, let's recommend.
So I probably wouldn't.
Let's recommend our favorite things from them as we go. Why not?
Sure.
For Game Grumps, I'd say the Mario Maker series, of course, still my favorite. I watched it through 1.5 times at least. You Mario Sunshine for you,
only
huh?
one. Yeah, Mario Sunshine is great. I love that series. I was gonna say their Wind Waker series.
I haven't seen that.
I think that one, at least the finale. I mean, that one had me laughing like consistently until they got stuck at the Wind Temple, and they spent like an hour doing it in one episode was just randomly an hour, and Aaron kept getting fucking stuck, and it's like, damn, I feel that now.
Yeah, I bet you were like, oh, this sucks at the time.
No, at that point, I was just kind of bored watching it, but I still watched it all the way through. But like, I think Wind Waker had me like laughing the most consistently, and I was fucking dying on the finale.
Mario Maker House Party, Doodle Date.
Oh, fucking House Party and Doodle Date.
Doki Doki
Absolutely.
Literature Club.
Doki Doki, yeah, that's hilarious. Anything where they do like any graphic novels. Anything with Ross in it too.
Yeah.
Anything with Ninja Brian. I love that.
Your favorite.
Who's Your Daddy? Yeah. The Who's Your Daddy episode. They did I miss Steam Train. Like I loved it when they when Danny and Ross played Skyrim together. That part that fucking miniseries was hilarious because Ross had a bunch of mods in Skyrim that he forgot about.
Oh yeah.
So it was, I had to post it on my story. I don't even know if I think I knew you then because like
I think I vaguely
Snapchat
remember
for a while.
What you're talking about.
Oh, because like the little shouts that they were doing, and then like you get to the part of the story where they teach you how to do the shouts, and it was just replaced with fart noises. So it's just old people like, all right, oh, and they're just dying the whole. And then all the dragons were Macho Man. Randy Savage, so like you just see a dragon flying across the sky, and it's like, oh yeah, that shit's great. Also, their Pokemon Fire Red series,
Right, that's a great one.
That one, I say that one a lot. It's one of their longer ones, but
Their longer ones are my favorite.
that one's great to. I have that. I just would put that as a podcast. I've watched that one, I think 2 or 3 times. Just that Aaron wouldn't stop using Beedrill.
I think they're top 3.
And Dan reacting to Pokemon. Amazing.
I think their top 3 series for me are the longest ones they've done pretty much. Mario Maker, Fire Red's up there for sure. And of course the classic Sonic 06. You still gotta see that.
I do. I still need to watch
That's a fucking great series. It's the John days. But
and you, honestly, like, if you're new to Game Grumps, I've only seen a few of them. If you just go through their playlists, which is what I did, you're bound to find something.
Mhm.
You know?
So, yeah.
Always give something a shot.
I felt like they probably deserved us to talk about for them for a little longer. Because
they basically inspired all of this for us.
Yeah, pretty much. The channel and the friendship. So that's a lot. Even if I don't keep up with them as much now, I've still got. I'd still go see them live again if they came by. I've got signed posters and CDs and stuff. I still keep up with them as people, I think, more than the content.
Yeah, and I like their old Grump heads better as well.
I agree, but I'm
as-
okay with the change. But
Yeah.
I agree.
I'm okay with it, but that's just nostalgia and shit. Then I guess I caught another YouTuber that I guess we can both agree on that I've been just watching like a bunch of lately.
Donkey.
Video Game Donkey.
Mm-hmm.
He's just at the top of my subscription feed, so I'm like, all right, yeah.
Yeah, that means he's your favorite currently, I guess. That seems to be what it does. It puts the most relevant is the people that you won't stop fucking watching.
Oh yeah, no, I did the thing where I just go through his channel. I'm like, all right, now this video. All right, now this one. Now this one. So, I think he's just hilarious, and I don't know, like his comedy is just pretty unique with how sarcastic it is.
Mm-hmm.
Like you never know what the fuck he's gonna what's gonna come out of his mouth.
Donkey makes me laugh. He just put up a really dumb video.
And also his voice
great.
is pretty great.
Oh yeah.
But just also he's really good at Mario Maker.
What is it? Funny birds have a sword fight with their beaks raffle. That was so bad.
I didn't know what that was even about.
Did you watch it?
Yeah, I did.
It was fucking ridiculous. But I love it. Like I love that it exists for some reason.
Oh, and then he did a Red Dead 2 video.
Yeah, I didn't
on PC, so it was modded the shit out of course.
I can't say I watch everything Donkey does, but I definitely enjoy me some Donkey.
Yeah, I'm watching everything now, and I think it's hilarious. This Goose Game, his video on this Goose Game is probably like one of the better ones. A good place to start.
Mm-hmm. Okay.
And yeah, just fucking. He's got catchphrases and shit.
I was gonna say if you have any videos,
come on, Nintendo.
If you have any videos of his to recommend, it was what that was.
Anything Mario Maker, and Smash, because he's great as fuck on both. He's really good at Mario Maker. It's crazy, and he's just constantly like, "I got the world record on Bowser's Big Bean Burrito."
Yeah, his level.
Yeah,
I haven't watched any of his Mario Maker stuff, but I guess they're not as funny, or are they?
They're pretty funny.
Okay.
He's constantly like making excuses and shit like, oh, okay, that wasn't me playing. My brother took the controller. I'm blindfolded. I don't even exist right now.
Okay, so
Nintendo.
for me, for Donkey, for whatever reason, his Spider-Man 3 video stands out for me. And I watched that way before I even saw any of the Spider-Man Raimi movies.
Oh, I also love his like decade reviews. If you actually like, he does do like from time to time some actual reviews.
Yeah, but his video on Spider-Man 3 was just fucking hilarious.
Yeah.
I don't know why. I'm looking through his videos right now. His Lisa video was pretty great. And yeah, I don't know. I guess
his video on Undertale is also good.
Yeah, his video on Undertale is
At first, I only like watch like his serious videos because I feel like
serious videos.
Yeah, like the ones where he like has like editorials or
I only watch the really
reviews.
dumb ones.
Well, because at first, like, just the way his sense of humor is, I feel like he's pretty down to earth and honest.
Mm-hmm.
You know, with like how he feels about shit,
Mm-hmm.
and a more unique take on reviewing games than other people. Like he calls out all the bullshit, like game critics are fucking stupid.
Mm-hmm.
You know, and like what are people talking about? He'll go against the grain if he needs to.
I like the JonTron rant too.
Oh yeah,
It's just like JonTron, he's just too great. Like whatever his thing was, it
it
wasn't.
was something he like I don't remember the.
It
bits.
obviously
I'm not gonna try
wasn't
it again.
actual beef with JonTron. It was pretty good. Oh, he did his video on Silent Hill too. I'll have to watch that. Did you know that?
Yeah.
Oh.
I think it's a serious video.
Then I'll be checking that out. Okay, so you said what you recommend, I guess.
Well, there's another one that we will both agree on.
Okay.
Easily my favorite YouTuber, like on the site to this date. You
Yep.
know the boy,
Yep.
Jaquan the Jekyll.
That's going to be Nakey Jakey.
Naked Jakey.
He's your favorite, huh?
Oh, 100%.
Okay.
Like, literally the last time he uploaded, and I just saw it in my feed, I fucking gasped, like, audibly. I was fuck, and I just watched it on the spot. I watched all of his videos. I will support him on Patreon, and I don't do that shit. I said I would, but
I
don't.
would if
I don't have money. I'm sorry.
I think he like took his down.
Yeah, because he couldn't
or
keep rapping them.
Or he significantly decreased how much you can support to get rewards because he knows he doesn't upload that
Yeah.
often.
I don't think I watched like a whole bunch of his older stuff, but like
Same.
games that should bang. I love that idea. He should bring that back.
Mm-hmm.
I think it's great. And just like now that he kind of just makes videos on whatever the fuck he wants, and they're like mini packages of like talking about shit. And
he comes across really genuine and really.
I just think
he always comes across passionate about what
I just
he's
think his
talking
sense of humor is amazing, and like I got shit to learn from that.
I like his sense of humor,
Just
but
Like in his last video, I'm thinking Arby's.
Mm-hmm. I like his sense of humor, but I really like how, I guess, how much of there's an honesty to what he does.
Oh yeah, like and his presentation of just him being on that fucking medicine ball.
Yeah.
And the editing of just him pointing to shit and using that Tony Hawk combo sound. Whenever he points his name. Dong!
No, I agree.
It's definitely like, yeah, you can tell this boy, like this hot boy, just grew up on video games.
I wonder.
God damn it, video games, you win again.
I'm trying to think what I would recommend as his best video, or which one that I would just,
really,
say to go check out.
You can just start anywhere.
So I liked his getting your heart broken video.
I think
that video helped me when I had a broken heart. He was like, "Go get a pizza," and I did.
Go get a pizza. I think what could be a good start is beer and video games. If you still don't know about this boy for some reason,
Mm-hmm.
that's a good start. Cause like, everyone else you hear doing video game like editorials talking about reviews, you kind of like get a formula going of like, oh, okay, so they're gonna talk about this. Why is this guy like? Why is there a video on beer in video games? Like that's not really common.
Mm-hmm.
Huh? I'll check it out, and then you get
beer.
Is that copyrighted?
no, it's not copyrighted. He literally, he literally just fucking has it playing on a synth, and there's just backgrounds of just beer, people drinking, and he fucking just is drinking, and he's just chimes in, beer.
No, I really love what he does.
It's
I
hilarious.
agree. That's the thing for me. He doesn't not make me laugh. He makes me laugh here and there, but I watch him more for his personality than anything.
I think he's hilarious.
I do think he's funny, but I do think his personality connects with me more than any part.
Okay. Well, your turn.
Okay, sure. I don't know. I want to make sure I mention everyone that I'm like actively anticipating videos from nowadays.
Well, like one of your favorite YouTubers.
Okay. Let's go with Caddy then.
I knew that's why I was basically waiting for you to do. I was waiting for you to say Cat Icarus, which
Cat Icarus.
we
Well,
can-
I'm
we can
gonna
also-
mention a bunch of others too.
we can also agree. I'm gonna say some that you don't really know, but this is all like we both have one.
Okay. Well, you know the ones I'm going to talk about. I just watch them way more. You know who I'm talking about.
Yeah.
Yeah, Caddy. I've been waiting on new videos from him. So I discovered him in June or July or something of 2018.
Yep.
And I've watched every video since. Yeah, I don't know. I never miss a video. I've been supporting him on Patreon also since then. So I don't plan to stop anytime soon. I think I really support what he's doing. I really think it's criminal how small his channel is. He hasn't even hit 1 million. He has 664,000 as of right now.
That is pretty small. Like
He
in
had
comparison.
he had like 500,000 when I found him, so he's growing like way too slow for how great his channel is. And I think he deserves all the recognition.
Yeah, no, I watch him quite a bit. I definitely like his structure and the way he like puts his thoughts out there.
I like everything that he's done.
He doesn't not make me laugh either. He's entertaining, but I definitely watch him for like what his opinions and such.
He thinks his old videos are awful. I don't. Like
I think they're great. Yeah.
I think everything he's done I've liked. Like one of his first videos I checked out was his video on Crash Bash, and I guess he was pretty young and he thinks it's cringy and bad, and he doesn't hold a lot of the opinions from his old videos anymore, but I thought it was really good. And same with like his old Sly videos and stuff, like his retrospectives, which weren't even supposed to be funny. I just liked hearing what he had to say. So yeah, I think his opinions are interesting too.
Yeah.
And
videos to recommended videos, I think
yeah,
for me it would be
unpopular gaming opinions are
I was
good.
Gonna say that also.
Or Peppa Pig.
Peppa Pig, yeah. I think for me, one of my favorites still is his video on the PlayStation Classic.
Really?
Yeah.
All right.
That was pretty funny, and that's a good start for people like to get an idea of him, I guess.
I don't remember that one all that. Like it wasn't a standout for me, but that's cool. For me, I mean, it looks like it was a standout going through his view counts. Like that one is at 1 million, and the rest of these aren't. So
That's probably
maybe you're onto
watching it.
something. For whatever reason, it wasn't the first video I saw of his, but it was like around the time I found him. His video on that stupid SpongeBob Super Bob game, whatever. I've always loved that video. It's the one where he's like, soup. It's probably not like one of his best videos or anything, but that one's one that I definitely enjoyed watching for sure. And there's plenty of others that I'm probably just not thinking of. The Peppa Pig one's classic. So, yeah. Did you have one?
Yeah, I think we should speed it up a little bit.
Oh, okay.
Well, because otherwise we might have a lot. I don't know. Unless we want to do some like a few rapid fire ones.
Well, I've still got enough to go through. I mean, there's some that I just feel like I don't have to say anything on.
Yeah, I think there's gonna be a few.
Okay, so let's rapid fire
know.
some ones that we don't really have to comment on. Like, I'm more wanting to talk more in depth about the ones that are like around 1 million, 2 million, like or less, like smaller channels that are really great.
Okay.
So I guess for like rapid fire, yeah, I enjoy PewDiePie.
Yeah.
I don't watch all his stuff by any means, but I'm subscribed and I tune in every now and then. I like his news videos a lot.
Yeah. I like Jack's films.
Yep, I like Jack's
I
films.
think he's pretty funny. I don't watch a whole lot of him anymore, but
I don't feel like I have to say a bunch about Jack's films either, but yeah, I watch him. When he uploads, I watch him. He just doesn't upload a ton.
gotcha. Markiplier 2 is still pretty fun sometimes.
Markiplier, I've barely watched for a few years, but I'm still subscribed. I think I even still support him.
The Completionist?
Wait, hang on Markiplier. I've been watching, just in the last few days, this is a recent development, I've been watching Unis Honest.
I don't know what that is.
It's the new channel he made with Ethan from Crank Gameplays, where they just do a bunch of different shit, and it's usually dumb or crazy in some way. And some of it's actually pretty fucking entertaining. So I've been watching that, and it's nice to be watching Markiplier in a way again. So yeah. Who did you just mention?
The Completionist.
Yeah,
You're
Completionist.
Right. He's been uploading a lot lately, which is a little crazy.
I would talk about him more, but I can't say I've been watching enough.
Me neither. I kind of like teared off a bit. I watched him a bunch when I was like starting to get into completing games.
Yeah.
And then I kind of just fell off of it.
I watched recently of his. I watched his top 10 best and worst games of 2019, but I haven't just watched a game he's covered in a while, because that's definitely a channel where you need to have some kind of interest in the game he's covering, of course.
Yeah.
So yeah,
at least a passing interest.
Jacksepticeye for me quickly. I love Jacksepticeye, but we went to his live show. That was cool.
Yeah, he's a really cool dude. He's a good performer,
and he's a good dude. Charities and everything.
He's not bad at stories.
No, and I can't say I've watched him for like his Let's Plays or whatever else he's been doing in a while. I watched like a video he did for the end of the decade and stuff. Like, weirdly enough, if there's anything of his I'll tune in for, it's like if he's doing a vlog to just like talk about himself or his life or like update or whatever. Because that's another person where it's like, I like him as a person. I watch for the personality, I guess. Haven't been as into the games he's been doing or whatever. So, yeah. Did you have any that you wanted to rapid fire still, or do you want me to do one or two more?
I've got more I can rapid fire.
Okay.
Coming at you. Fuck. I just had him. Where the hell did he go? JonTron.
JonTron show. I don't even know if I'm subscribed to JonTron.
I think
that's blasphemy.
I think all his videos are pretty quality, and they
are. I gotta agree with that. I need to go subscribe.
Laugh pretty consistently. I mean, Flex Tape's
his best video, I think, that I've seen. That's probably like
Have you heard of Jesus?
Probably a normie opinion, but
that's kind of a normie opinion. But like,
I love that video.
I can pretty much start anywhere, like Nakey Jakey, and I'll have good enjoyment out of it. Especially his old stuff too. He took down
his old stuff's really great. Yeah, he took down the videos I wanted to see, because like he used to just do like top 10s and shit.
But they're still there.
You can still find them.
They're still out there. What got me started on him was his video on Goosebumps.
I don't know if I've seen that.
I think I thought it was the funniest shit. I was like, I gotta see more of this guy, and I did. And then he became I think he became my favorite YouTuber for a while.
Wow. All right. Let's see. I still like Matt Pat.
Matt Pat's great.
Game theorist, film
I don't
theorist.
really watch him anymore. I don't know if I was unsubscribed.
It really depends what he posts, but I think he gets a lot of hate, and I don't think he deserves it, because I think he's a good dude. I think his videos can be good too.
I don't mean to chime in, but my phone is at 3%, and I don't want to forget before it dies. So I'm going to rapid fire a few at you. And some of them are recommendations up to you. Maybe not you specifically, but I do like Adam Neely's stuff.
I don't know him.
He's
musician, right?
Yeah, he does music. He does a lot of nerdy type shit. He's mostly jazz music. He's a bassist, but he goes into a lot of like really advanced music theory and lots of like kind of thought experiments too. Like, what would you do if, like, what would it sound like playing this polyrhythm or whatever, like, and all that stuff. And I think if you're into music and you know a lot about it, it's really interesting. At least he makes like a really dry subject like that seem like really pretty entertaining.
Yeah.
Fighting Cowboy. he has like a really he does like a whole bunch of walkthroughs and let's plays, but I think his personality is also pretty down to earth and still entertaining to watch. He's like one of the few let's plays and walkthrough channels like out there still, but he's really good. I watch a lot of tech videos too, tech tubers, I guess, like Bitwit, Linus, I guess, and Jay's 2 Cents and Paul's Hardware. They're all really great. Some of them are funnier than others.
Okay. If I'm gonna rapid fire some like as quickly as you are, then or were you done?
Oh no, I was still going.
Okay.
One of them you can agree with, Ryan Hollinger.
Yeah, he's pretty good.
I do. I love it. I love this whole stuff, like because he has a focus on horror.
I didn't go through and watch all his videos or anything.
Me neither, but
like
it's a treat.
Yeah, I'll definitely, if I see a video by him and it's something I'm interested in, I'll definitely put it on.
Oh, he did a video on Resident Evil 2. I didn't even see that.
Recently?
Recently, 10 months ago.
Okay, I think I might have seen it then.
I haven't. I'm surprised. Yeah, I can tell how much I go through his stuff, but I do think he's good. I think he's really great. Similarly, I just discovered a new smaller channel. His name is Thaf9.
Okay.
He does the same thing like Ryan, but he's got a really deep, silky smooth British voice. Unlike Ryan's like
yeah,
whatever
Peeing.
the fuck.
No.
Peeing. But no, Thaf9 does some stuff on horror. He did a video on Doki Doki, on SCP, and just a few things.
Right.
Like Five Nights at Freddy's and how it changed horror and all that. And I think he's got really good thoughts on it. And his presentation is great. I need more videos from him. But he doesn't upload very often. So that's a killer. Okay, you're gonna name him. Joe Santagato. I think he's hilarious. Malad showed me him.
I'm pretty sure I've heard.
He doesn't really like.
I think
upload
you
a whole
showed
lot
me
anymore.
a video of his a while ago. Just one.
Yeah, I think he's hilarious. And like he's just your everyday dude. Like he doesn't give a fuck about the whole like trivialism that is the YouTube persona and all that.
Yeah.
He's just like, who the fuck are you? He's a New Yorker. Of course he's gonna be like that.
Yeah, I remember.
All One's Out in Jada Animations and Something Else YT. They're all really great with the whole like stories stuff.
Okay.
And animated shit. I know you don't really watch them, but they're
I don't know. No, it's cool.
a good treat.
Name dropping everyone that you think deserves it.
Pretty much. Once I discovered this channel, I watched a lot, but I kind of just stopped out of nowhere. I don't really know why. Super Butter Buns.
I think I remember you mentioning it once.
Because she does like really long like reviews and thoughts on games, like where she really gets everything that she's thinking of. Oh, how the fuck I forget this boy, Captain Disillusion. This one is a criminally underrated channel.
Mm-hmm.
Well, I mean, by that he is over 1 million subscribers, but with the amount of effort he puts into his videos, it's amazing. Because he's been on YouTube for like, I want to say 8 years already.
Wow.
And he basically is just a CGI, and he's just a CGI expert, and puts a lot of that into his videos and debunks a lot of, like, fucking anomaly videos, whatever, like saying, oh, like the fucking UFO bullshit. So he debunks a whole lot of that, but he has a huge character with it, so it's really entertaining to watch.
Mm-hmm.
I think that's wrapping up here.
Did you get... Those are all your rapid fires. Did you have any more that you actually wanted to go in depth on?
I think that's about it. Oh, I mean, Vsauce, of course.
Vsauce.
I just see Michael's fucking face just chilling.
I got a few I actually wanted to say stuff about, but
Vsauce is...
I'll do a couple...
Never stops being a great channel.
I agree. Vsauce is pretty great. I just started watching some Vsauce stuff, and I watched all of Minefield. So I guess I'll just name drop a couple quick. I enjoy Philip DeFranco here and there. It definitely needs to be something I'm interested in. The Normal Boots channel was cool until Pro Jared put an end to it.
Did that?
No.
Did that thing?
Yeah, I really liked watching Madness on there. I guess I heard that those videos with him are back up now, so that's cool.
That's pretty cool.
Because those were good seasons.
Maybe they'll come back.
Yeah, I would definitely watch Madness if it came back, with or without Pro Jared. Lixian TV.
Oh yeah, Lixian TV.
He's great.
Yeah, he's
Markiplier's editor.
From him.
Huh?
I need more videos from him.
Yeah, he never uploads. It sucks, but I really liked when he did a couple thoughts on videos, and like it just so happened he made them for the games I wanted thoughts on at the time. Yeah. He did them for like Outlast 2 and Resident Evil 7, which is like there was a time where we played those at the same time, so I was like, oh, this guy's great, and then discovered he never uploads. And
yeah, well, then a recommendation for you, something else YT is pretty similar to Lixian.
Okay. Cool.
Even their voices are kind of similar. Well, Lixian is a lot thicker of an accent.
Yeah,
and something else YT just has like a really deeper kind of voice.
Did you know he's Markiplier's editor?
I'm not surprised by it.
Yeah,
because I think
that's what takes up all his time.
I think I've seen like a lot of animateds, and it's
Lixian, yeah.
It's him animating it, yeah.
Okay, Petscop's cool.
Petscop,
yeah. Okay, Matt Watson, I guess Super Mega.
Super Mega's pretty funny.
They're fucking hilarious boys. Good boys.
So is Oni Plays. Oni Plays is really funny.
Yeah. I can't say I watch a ton of Super Mega, but I love those boys for sure. Film Theorist, I already said that. H3 is good on occasion. When H3 Productions actually uploads, I definitely watch. The podcast, there's got to be a topic or a guest I'm interested in for sure. Okay, Good Mythical Morning, Rhett and Link, of course.
Oh, of course, yeah.
Been watching them a lot this year. I only got into them recently.
Did you say your movie sucks due Torg?
Not yet, but that's because I'll probably have more to say. But yeah, Rhett and Link, Good Mythical Morning, those guys are great. Donkey, yeah. Nakey Jakey Jack's films. Call Me Kevin.
Oh yeah,
Call Me Kevin. I can't say I've ever been like an avid fan, but I enjoy his stuff for sure. I like what he does.
Discovered him around the same time.
He deserves to have a bigger channel too, and he is growing, because we found him when he had like a couple 100,000 subscribers, and now he has a couple million. So that's really cool. Ralph, just kidding. No, no, just
good.
No.
Oh, I hate everything.
No, I'll get there. Yeah, I was gonna get to all those when I mentioned Sardonicast. So,
yeah, well, that's also for me too. I definitely love his shit.
Oh yeah,
ART. I hate his shit.
ARTV is good. He's like Anthony Fantano, but not. Definitely a decent channel to check out. Yep, The Completionist. Okay. Angry Joe?
Yeah.
Here and there. If he covers a game that I'm really interested in, I'll definitely check it out. A game or a movie, I guess. But generally not one that I went through and watched everything from. Okay. Now, Chris Stuckman. Been enjoying getting Stuckmanized lately. I've watched everything he's uploaded since I subscribed. Which is a few months now, at least. And I went back and watched old reviews on movies that I love. I just enjoyed. They're pretty straightforward, not funny in any way or anything, but it's I like his takes. So Chris Stuckman, definitely would recommend if you want to get movie and game reviews. Game reviews are pretty rare, but you know, yeah, good dude. There's actually one of his videos I'm going to watch when we're done with this podcast.
Neat.
All right, Anthony Fantano, The Needle Drop.
The Melon.
Yes, and Fantano. Also one of the YouTubers that I feel like I'm really drawn to his personality, and I like his takes. Really interesting to listen to. Unfortunately, I can only watch like one of his videos a week, because generally I don't have interest in what he's covering. But every week he does like a Let's Argue.
I just think he looks funny.
Okay. All right.
And he talks funny.
I fucking love Fantano.
I love. I think he talks funny too.
I have to be interested. Like, he just did a cover. He covered the Black Parade. That was cool because it was Classics Week.
Well,
I watched
he's
his
been doing the live stream thing.
Yeah, and I watched his top 10 lists and everything from the end of the year, and the live streams. I go in his live streams and I ask him questions because that's the time where I can ask him about stuff I'm directly interested in.
And I would not stop getting fucking emails like, "Thank you for the donation, super chat thing," or like, or super chat receipt. I was like, "Oh, guys, watching fucking Fantano again."
Yeah, and
who else?
Well, it's cool because I get to ask him about stuff I really want to know about. So I love Fantano, just can't watch everything he uploads. I'd recommend the Let's Argues or Let's Agrees and stuff.
Just recommend going on to his live streams and then donating to get opinions that you actually want.
Yeah, like I said, Unis Honest, the channel. The thing with that channel is it's only going to be around for a year, and they're going to delete everything on it after.
Huh.
It's like a kind of a gimmick channel, but they just do a bunch of crazy shit on it.
That's wild.
Okay, Ear Biscuits, which is Rhett and Link's podcast. I like to listen to that when I'm on long drives. So I guess we're pretty much down to it. Sardonicast and everyone in it. I actively anticipate every episode of Sardonicast, which is a movie podcast with yourmoviesucks.org.
It's pronounced Dutorg.
Dutorg. That's what I thought it was the first time. Ralph the Movie Maker and I Hate Everything. And I enjoy all three of those YouTubers enough. I watch Ralph's videos the least. Oh my god. And I wasn't huge on his recent Joker review. It didn't, not just like because I disagreed, I just felt like as a review it was pretty flawed. But whatever. I Hate Everything. I definitely went through and watched a lot of his videos, and I would definitely watch anything he uploaded now. I just wish he uploaded more. He does have a podcast called Jar Media, it's like a page where they do podcasts and stuff, and that's pretty cool too. So I'll give that a quick shout out. So yeah. Enjoy Sardonicast. When I haven't seen the movies they're talking about, I just watch the Q&A segments. I like hearing them just answer questions from the audience and stuff. And yeah. So that's pretty much it. And yourmoviesucks.org. Adam YMS is probably currently just my favorite YouTuber. Has been for a little while now. Support him on Patreon. And I like how active he is with fans. He streams all the time, and it's not hard to communicate with him. A lot of YouTubers make that really hard, but I feel like he's pretty active with his audience and really funny. The old videos are great. The new videos are great. I watch everything he uploads. I wish he's still less than 1 million subscribers too. So I think he deserves to be deserves to have more subscribers than that. Not that it really matters, I guess, but yeah, just think underrated. What are you doing?
I'm checking out.
Okay. Yeah.
That's it. I just heard you saying underrated at me and looking at me like that. Low-key pissed me off.
The what?
The low-key pissed me off.
Oh, did it?
Just because I'm sick of that word.
Underrated.
Oh, what the fuck?
He is though, I think. What?
Oh, I don't know. I think I dropped that chocolate.
Oh, great. So yeah, that's pretty much it. I think I know he's a fucking hard worker because he live streams his work all the fucking time.
Yeah.
And yeah, I guess I'll leave it at that.
We both went over pretty much our subscriber list. That's worth going over.
Yeah, and I try to go more into depth on the ones that I wanted to, or that I really felt like.
Oh no, we
deserve
both
it.
should have really said I know what channel we really want to recommend to everyone.
Oh, the Game Shed.
Game Shed.
I
think they're all right.
I was planning to make a joke of when I said, and my favorite YouTuber is the Game Shed, but then we started rapid firing and everything. So I forgot.
I don't know. I think they're all right. They're a little bit of wishy-washy.
Mm-hmm.
Wishy-washy fucks.
So yeah. As far as most
but at least they number their episodes.
Wow. You calling out our friends? So yeah. Pretty much for people that I watch as often as possible, Chris Stuckman, YMS. And if Naked Jakey uploads him, for sure.
Absolutely Naked Jakey.
Those are people that are like Cat Icarus too. There's some people that I just won't miss a video from. It's just they don't upload that often. Mm-hmm. So, yeah. All right. I think I just heard Naked Jakey is now doing a podcast, or he was on someone's podcast.
I think it was on someone's podcast.
Okay. Because I was like, if he starts doing one, that could be interesting.
I'll just fucking just have that in my ears 24/7. Oh, bye-bye phone. It scares me every time that thing fucking dies.
All right. Thanks. This was podcast number 14.
Yeah. Recommendations.
I guess we're doing recommendations. Did I tell you I was going to recommend you a movie?
Yes.
Or was it an album?
You said movie. Last I heard, you said movie.
Okay. Well, what is your recommendation?
All right, well, you're getting another album. And there's no avoiding it any longer.
Pink Floyd or something?
You're getting Pink Floyd.
Okay.
I know. I'm sorry. But I feel like I need you to hear this album.
So I think I know what it is.
At the very least. Well, it's one of the two that I could give you.
Wait. I know which one I would want you to recommend me.
Which one would you want me to recommend you?
Neither of the ones that you're going to.
Wait. Now I'm confused.
Well, I feel like you're going to give me The Wall or Animals.
Well, you're getting The Wall.
Okay, so it was between those two?
No.
Oh, The Wall or Dark Side?
Yeah. Why,
okay.
Did you want Dark Side?
No, I would want Wish You Were Here.
Oh, I'm sorry. Too fucking bad.
Because that's the only song that I really kind of know from them, and I like it.
Well, you do get one of the longest songs on that album. I think, I don't know.
You did give me a terribly long album with The Wall.
That album is great.
Didn't you?
Wait, what?
Isn't The Wall humongous?
It's about the same length as the White Album.
Yeah. Thanks.
I'm sorry. That's why I wanted to hold back and give you and give you a movie, but times are pressing.
Yeah, I should.
This album's important to me.
An hour and 20 minutes. All right.
Okay, so it's not even as long as the White Album.
No, but
it's huger than I thought. I mean, it was that, or you're gonna get Dark Side just because of how huge that album is. Even though I do think Wish You Were Here is just kind of a straight upgrade from Dark Side of the Moon. But I don't feel as strongly about that album as a lot of other ones, honestly. I'm just yeah, that's an album. That exists.
I don't know. There are so many things I could recommend. What was I thinking? I don't want to give you music, though. Because we keep doing albums. And, we could probably just announce next week is probably already the end of the short-lived podcast we've been doing.
Yeah, it's the last one. 15 weeks, though. What
do we really think is worth it? Because
that's why I gave you The Wall. Because I'm that's if it's the last recommendation I'm getting, then that's got to be it.
Well, I still can't recommend you like the kinds of things I would really want to recommend because you wouldn't do it. Like Night in the Woods or a game like that. Because games are long.
Games are long. Night in the Woods is like 7 hours.
Yeah. Well, yeah, it depends on how much you put into it. I don't know. But since I don't know, should we just make it a surprise?
Make it a surprise.
Well, I mean, I could probably get something down within the next 20 minutes or something and just message it to you. But if I was trying to think of it right now on the spot, then we might not get anywhere, and then it'll just drag on and be a boring podcast.
Then I guess it'll be a big old mystery. So it's a surprise for you guys. Stay tuned.
It's a surprise for all of us, because I don't know yet.
And then meanwhile, I get the most ambitious recommendation. I warmed you up by giving me some albums you wouldn't normally listen to on your own.
Yeah, I mean, you gave me... This is all overall going to be a 4-hour endeavor, so I could tell you to play 4 hours of Night in the Woods.
Just 4 hours of it. That's like this me just playing Firewatch again.
Yeah.
That's not very long.
But not Firewatch. Yeah, so I'll see what I come up with. I'll come up with it either tonight or tomorrow. If I'll send it to you tomorrow.
And I finally built up to this penultimate recommendation, and it's the least Pink Floyd-y sounding album in their discography.
Mm-hmm. And what was I gonna do? Give you The Happening?
Oh yeah, that could have been a penultimate for you. It was like a whole build up for this year. Oh, you guys still see The Happening? Oh, maybe one day.
I just don't think I have enough to say about The Happening.
Haha, I dodged it again.
At the end of the day, you should see it because it's funny as shit, but I don't have enough to say about it. I'd tell you to go see Parasite, but the same thing.
Can I just see Good Will Hunting again then? I'll bump it up a number.
I think Good Will Hunting was great. You know what? See The Lighthouse.
Oh, bless.
See The Lighthouse so we can talk about The Lighthouse.
I'll give an 11. You know what? That sounds like a deal.
See The Joker.
Buy The Joker on Blu-ray.
I did. It's up there. Huh?
I still need to.
Yeah. Okay. So it's gonna be a surprise.
We won't something. We'll
stop. We've probably been saying I don't know for 5 minutes. So yeah. Thanks for joining us.
I definitely know what you're getting.
Okay, we're gonna blow out this candle then.
He's looking at me. Okay, I'll do it.